Hey everybody, what's going on? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back for another video. Today we got some more Walking Dead stuff, Dead City. We got another small teaser. Keep in mind it's only like 15 seconds, so there's barely any footage to really work with, but it is some new footage, mostly Maggie centric. So it's not a whole lot to work with, but it's just exciting to have some new footage. We're a couple of months out now from the premiere date, May the 4th, so May the 4th be with you for those Star Wars people out there. But so I just want to talk about this and just talk about a couple of different frames in it that were kind of interesting. But anyways, let's jump into these. This first one is just, it's just Maggie. It looks like she's almost probably marching in a group because we have another guy behind her. We don't really know anything about this dude. He doesn't look like anybody that we've met before, but she's marching in this group. She's talking about going back to Manhattan, of course, to rescue Negan because she feels guilty having him being stuck there after the effort that he went through to save Herschel and kind of everything that's led up to that, her life since then, Herschel becoming who he's become over the last year because of everything that happened to him in Manhattan, the loss of his pinky toe by the psychopath that is Dama or Croat, could be either one of them. But just the weird fascination, I think, that's kind of grown on his end towards those people because he, drew pictures and everything of them and everything. And just I think there's gonna be a lot there that they have to kind of sort through, and he's gonna be very much altered by that, and you can kind of see it in a couple of snaps I'm gonna show. But moving past this first one, again, just another shot of Maggie talking about going back to Manhattan to fetch Negan, get him out of the situation that he got into. But moving on to the next one, we have a couple of shots of some new walkers. Kind of looks like they're working their way up out of the ground. So these are things that maybe were partially buried. Maybe they're on the shores of Manhattan, or maybe this is at the Bricks, which is basically the Hilltop 2.0. It's this settlement that Maggie's been a part of. That's part of the New Babylon thing. And we did see with some leaked set photos while they were filming, they were doing a lot of filming there for the first few days at least. So we have these walkers, could be here or there, doesn't we can't really tell from just this little bit that we got. But then we have the whole crew there in this shot. We have Croat, Dama, Negan, and a few other followers there, but making their way through the streets of Manhattan, really kind of getting it out there that they are in charge. They're going to bring Manhattan back to its former glory, at least the closest thing they can get to it. And so we have this whole group. I think one, if not both of these people, excluding Negan, Dama or Croat, I think they're going to die at some point. I don't know if they're going to continue dragging the story into the next season or what the plans are for the overall series, but I don't see Croat or Dama or, any other major characters they might introduce making it through more than 2 or 3 seasons, but we'll just have to wait and see. Then we get another shot here of Maggie. She is hugging Herschel, and if I flip to this next one, Herschel's got kind of a pretty blank expression on his face. We know that Herschel has not been the same since Manhattan, but then again, his whole life really has kind of revolved around Maggie's hatred or her vendetta against Negan for the things that he did, never really getting over it, forgiving him, and that has affected her son over the years and just kind of given him this you don't care about anything but your hatred for Negan kind of attitude towards mom, which we can kind of understand. But I think he was very much damaged from his time with the Dama and with Croat and everything, and just experiencing probably the different methods of torture that he went through. So I'm excited to see just how his character develops because he did mention that we will see kind of a darker side of him. He could be kind of a low key villain in a sense, where he does things that are questionable, does things that are against his mom, or just I think there's a lot that's going to go on with him. But then we get this last couple of shots from the teaser where Herschel and Maggie are locking themselves in a building or in a room, and then something smashes against the door with so much force that it actually kind of dents the door inward, and you can kind of hear some growling. So I wonder if there are, in fact, wild animals out there, as far as tigers and lions, maybe something that's escaped from the zoo and has since reproduced since then. But I think we're going to see some new stuff this next season. I don't think we'll ever see variant type stuff within this show like we did with Daryl Dixon, even though they've kind of walked away from it and kind of just done away with that storyline. But I can honestly say that I am very excited for this next season. I'm very excited for Dead City in general. It's doing something a little bit different that we hadn't seen before, but it is kind of also kind of pivoting towards that nostalgia aspect of it, with Negan going back to his former self, or at least appearing so, to put on this presentation, to put on this show or this facade. So I'm excited to see just where this story will take us. Is there an end game in mind with all of our other Walking Dead characters? Of course, with Rick, Michonne, or any of our other survivors. Will we see them? Will they pop up? Because the big thing here with Dead City, with it being a Negan kind of centric story, will we see Dwight and Sherry? That's been a big one where people want to see it. We want to see Dwight and Sherry pop back up after going back to the sanctuary like they said they would at the end of Fear, and maybe somehow they get word of Negan, that he's alive, that he's out there, that he's leading another group, and they go to investigate to hopefully, from their end anyways, try to kill him. So I'm excited to see hopefully that possibility pop up. I know that Austin Emilio, who played Dwight, has expressed interest in it, but whether or not he's been offered it or done any kind of, negotiations or what have you to come back and be a part of this again, that has yet to be seen. But I'm excited for this. I'm excited to see where the story goes. If there's a real kind of big plot point that they're heading towards, not just kind of doing season by season, kind of like what Daryl's doing. I've just not really enjoyed that show. The first season I really enjoyed. Second season was just very much just several steps down in quality and story and everything, whereas season 3 is not looking any better. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you enjoyed this little breakdown about this next little bit of teaser that we got. Couple of months left and we'll finally get the premiere of Dead City Season 2 after all of the delays and everything that came from all the strikes that happened last year. But if you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like, leave a comment, consider subscribing, and come back to the channel for more Walking Dead content just like this. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye.